Cut that out. Okay. Cut everything before this moment out, please. Thank you. I've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft season 11 recently, and something that's kind of stood out is that this season just kind of hits different. It feels like this season just feels very different than previous seasons of Hermitcraft. And I kind of want to like explain what I mean in this video. I've been like watching Hermitcraft a lot more recently. I've been watching a lot of different hermits as well, a lot more than I usually do. And I've even started watching a lot of live streams as well, like, or VODs, but even still, like, I've been just into it a lot recently. And I couldn't put my finger on why, because I noticed it and I was like, And I think it comes down to a couple reasons. First off, season 10 ended so strongly. Season 10 ended in October, I think.
Wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on.
Something different they did is they kind of made it like into a big thing. Like they were all online and they kind of saw the season out. Not to mention they had like a deadline, I guess, to finish season 10. So everyone was kind of so we were just getting like a big burst of content. On the last day of Hermitcraft, many of the hermits were live streaming. I know Gem was. Pretty sure Scar was, if I'm not mistaken. In the end, everyone was there. It felt like the end of an era, I guess. And season 10 was like, I wasn't really into it at first, but it very quickly grew to be one of my favorite seasons of Hermitcraft. Season 9, I kind of burned out on Hermitcraft. And that looks ugly with the shaders. Ew. I think it's just the way the sun is when it gets ugly. Yucky. Like season 9, I kind of burnt out after the Empires collab. Like after the Empires collab, I just kind of like fizzled out of it a bit, to be honest. And then that kind of carried over into season 10. Then we jumped to, but then eventually it did start picking back up, especially when I started seeing what some of them were doing. Like Metro Mayhem piqued my interest a lot. B-Dubs' base in season 10 was really piquing my interest and inspiring me as well. Like that was like his landscape he built was so cool. Then like you had like Metro like I think I said that already. You had Metro Mayhem, you had Green's cool like stilts fisherman place with the big wheat fields. That was pretty cool. And then Gem's cool dredge inspired base. I think that's what it was inspired by. There was a lot of cool stuff going on in season 10. And then Joel was doing Joel things, and he's great. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, but no, that's correct. Wait. Let me move this forward. There we go. And Joel, like, really, actually, I keep thinking about season 10. I could make a whole video on season 10 now that I think about it. Just talking about season 10, because season 10 was like amazing in so many ways. Like you had Mumbo's like build stone, like cool like Mumbo went crazy season 10. That like I can go on and on and on. There were so many great things happening in season 10. And then season 11 is coming literally the next month, and they revealed the seed at I think they revealed it at TwitchCon. That was like helping with hyping it up, you know. And then you had And then the season started in like early November, and I was just like into it. Like I was like zoned in. I was literally telling myself I want to watch as much Hermitcraft as possible this season because I was like so hyped and so invested at the time it came out. So whatever they did something right, because me, and it's not just me, I know a lot of other people were very excited for season 11. And enough talking about season 10. Let's actually talk about season 11 and why it's like amazing in its own way, because it is. Let's see here. Some fluid pads in this. Oh, wait, so I can. Interesting. They're doing a lot of things different this season that I think are really helping make it better, I guess. One of the big things is that they're really focusing on adding infrastructure to the server, which, like, they've had nether hubs, they've decorated the end portal before, things like that, but not to this scale. Like, they have Scar in charge of the shopping district, and he's like adding roads in, and like they moved world spawn to be in the shopping district, and it's like right in the middle of these cherry blossom trees, and it looks so cool. And then you have Jen, who's going to be working on the nether hub, and she just revealed that she's going to be doing the magic theme, which I'll get to later because it kind of comes into another point I want to make. And then you have Wells, who decorated the end portal, and then so Cub's been doing a lot of infrastructure in the end, which is really cool. Flattening it, adding the water columns, all that. It's really cool to see that. Ew. Sorry. This might be better. I don't know about that. No. Oh no. How am I gonna do this? I wish I could, like, I don't even know. So this does not look like, it's supposed to be a question block. Well, it's supposed to be like a lucky block. If you don't know what I'm building this thingy. I don't know, I thought it looked cool. It's nostalgic. Anyways, yeah. So like they're doing a lot of infrastructure, which is definitely different than what they usually do. I guess this brings me to my next point. The server as a whole, this is so shiny. The server as a whole feels like a actual like cohesive world, like more than usual. Like previous seasons, it's felt like stuff kind of clashes, I guess. Like you have Joel's big cyberpunk city next to Mumbo's weird mechanical thingy, and it kind of just like cuts off wherever they're done building their area, and it just kind of cuts off. And like that's cool, and it's looked great. Everyone's builds kind of go together and are creating a cohesive world. And it's also worth noting they're taking in consideration the world download a lot more. Like Jem was talking about how she doesn't want to build the nether hub on the roof because Bedrock players can't go on the roof, right? So like they're putting a lot more consideration into the experience of being in the world. So like, again, Jem, also the paths between, like throughout the entire like landscape, and connected people's builds and stuff with paths.
Yep, this is it. This is my job now. I'm building the great server path.
Very early on in the season. They're also starting very slow. They're not jumping straight to netherite and elytra. So they're taking things slow, but they're also like really working on the immersion of the world. But also the placement of all the builds feels weirdly intentional too. Like Gem is like pretty close to decked out, which they're both kind of similar theming. Like they're both kind of gothic and have a very similar color scheme. Funnily, in contrast, you have Joel right next to Gem, who's fine. Everything's fine over there. Nothing's weird. And then you have Green is underneath Scar's like Star Warsy thing going on, and the terrain is like probably gonna blend in really well with Green's cool magical like thing he's got going. And you have Mumbo's like farm like windmills thing, and his terrain's gonna blend really well with Scar's, I feel like, and they won't contrast as much. And the shopping district is very central, and Scar's been integrating it into everything very, very well. I could go on because like they're putting a lot of effort into making the world very cohesive, and I love it. I love it. It's so cool. Another thing is everyone is close by this season. Everyone. They're all like there's only a few hermits that are kind of far away, and they're not even that far. And so we're getting a lot more interactions between different hermits, which is really, really cool and really fun to watch, because it definitely feels like more like a cohesive world and server and community when you see them interacting a lot more often. We're seeing a lot more like mini shenanigans going on. Is this gonna fit? Hold on, I need to think about this tree. I think it'll be fine. Seems a little big. Feels kind of like a bush. That'll do. This is looking really good. Oh my god, I'm loving this. Another thing that stands out to me is the timing of when the season started. Was like them starting it in like November was like genius, I feel like, because you know it's Minecraft, it's cozy. November's a very cozy month, so everyone's kind of watching a lot of Minecraft content, I feel like. I don't know, like watching different streams and hermits in November around Christmas time so early, and the kind of laid back vibes early on in the season, it was very chill. There's nothing like watching a Gemini taste stream in November, drinking like coffee or hot cocoa with like a Christmas tree up in the background or something like that. I don't know. Like, dude, look at that. That looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. Also, a side note, why can we not place mushrooms on grass? I just discovered this earlier. You can't place mushrooms on grass unless it's below light level 13. I didn't know this. I don't know why I didn't know this. I've been playing this game for like over 10 years and I didn't know this. But you can place these ones just fine. You can place the nether ones on grass just fine. But these ones, no. It's gotta be dark. I could probably place them. Yep. Why is that a feature? I don't know. Anyways. And I think a big key factor as to why, like, this season is also very intriguing to watch is because there's a giant mushroom island they are keeping, that the purpose of they're keeping mysterious. We don't know why there's a huge mushroom island. We don't know why it's there. We don't know anything about it. It's supposedly important, so I will find out what it is. There's like a sense of mystery there, I guess. Oh, that. a bit close. Yeah, there's like a giant mushroom island that they're doing something with. Who knows what that's gonna be? But it does give a sense of mystery, and that's very interesting. I like mystery, and it keeps you kind of invested to see, what's that gonna be about? You know, that's just that's a whole nother thing on top of what's already there to keep you interested. I mean, this video is basically just an ad to watch all the other hermits at this point, so go do that. But yeah, let me know if it's just me, or if like this season does just hit differently than others. Like maybe I'm crazy. Maybe wait, this is just a square. Why is it just a square? It's not like a tree. It's just a cube. Weird. That's pretty much all this video is about. I just kind of want to yap about that because it's on my mind, and I thought it was interesting. I wanted to have this build finished before I ended the video, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Bam, 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 bam. Watching in my room, spending night together. Right now and bam, 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 bam. Anyways, that's probably gonna do it for this video. I kind of don't know how else to end this, so go watch Hermitcraft. It's peak, and if you like Minecraft, you'll like Hermitcraft. Go watch it now.